The famous dictum from Lord Acton is that power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. What's remarkable about Marcus Aurelius is that he's perhaps the only exception to this rule that we know. He's given absolute power. What is the first thing he does with it? He gives half of it away to his stepbrother. He isn't corrupted by it. It's a remarkable testament to the power of this philosophy, the idea of what Stoicism can make a person. And that's not an accident. In Meditations, Marcus Aurelius warns himself against being Caesarified, of being dyed purple, of being changed by the power and fame and money that the position has given him. And we all have to be worried about being Caesarified or dyed purple. We have to be worried about being changed by the number of followers that we have, by the promotion that we just got, by the famous name that we inherited. You're not special. The rules do apply to you. You're not better than anyone else. Power doesn't have to corrupt. What it can do is reveal who you actually are. In one point in Meditations, Marcus Aurelius tells himself to take Plato's view, to zoom out, to see things from above. And he does that. He talks about how enormous armies fighting over a border, a whole country, could be not that dissimilar from a far enough view to ants fighting over a piece of food on the ground. It's beautiful and quite impressive that he could come to this point of view, because in Marcus's time, the highest he could have gotten off the ground was like a couple-story building or maybe the top of a mountain. He didn't have the access to an airplane like all of us do. You know, he would have never seen the blue marble photo which showed Earth from space. But when you get to Plato's view, you're just reminded how inconsequential most of the things we get upset about are. And then you are also reminded of how interconnected and interdependent and together we all are. Marcus says this too, that the borders don't matter, that vast oceans don't matter. We're all in this same thing together, that we are tied together more than we'd like to think that we are. Pierre Hadot, one of the great scholars of Marcus Aurelius, talks about the oceanic feeling. Marcus Aurelius talks about the view from above. He talks about immensity, how all of experience gapes before us. Marcus is trying to meditate on the vastness and the connectedness of everything in the world. He talks about looking at the stars and watching yourself alongside them. I think he's seeking out these kind of humbling experiences. And you could think about why that would be so important to someone who was literally the center of the universe. He wanted to remind himself that that wasn't strictly true. One of the things Marcus Aurelius does say in Meditations about the people who would have always been flattering him and telling him he's amazing, or people who would have been criticizing him or attacking him, he says, think about what they just submitted to a few minutes ago.